Hi friends, in our last class we discussed about rural local governments. They are village panchayat, mandal parishad and jilla parishad. Okay, so let me see urban local governments. Local governments are classified into two types. One is rural local government, second one is urban local government. So urban local governments, what they are? First one, municipalities. Second one, municipal corporations. Okay. Okay, municipalities and municipal corporations. Here, urban local government is in state list. How many lists in India as per Constitution? 3. One is union list, second one is state list, third one is concurrent list. Local government is one of the subject of state list. At present, how many subjects in state list? 59. Out of 59 subjects, the local government is one. So that as per Panchayat Raj Act, as per Municipal Act, the state government has power, creates new rural local governments as well as new municipalities and municipal corporations. On the basis of population, the state government has power to create new municipalities in state. Okay? As per the population, the state government creates new municipalities in the state. So what is the minimum population to create municipalities means 25,000. The population is compulsory to create municipalities in state. What is the maximum population of municipality means 3 lakhs. Not more than 3 lakhs population, not less than 25,000 population of municipalities. Okay. So, the state government creates new municipalities on the basis of population. And one more thing, the state government has power that classified the municipalities into some grades. They are, first one is selection grade municipality, second one special grade municipalities, third one first grade municipality, fourth one second grade municipality, fifth one third grade municipality. Okay, how many types? 5 types. Special grade municipality. Okay, next selection grade municipality, third one first grade municipality, next fourth one second grade municipality, last one fifth one, that is third grade municipality, third grade municipality. So total how many types of municipalities? What is the classification of municipalities in state means? 5 types. One is a special grade, second one is a selection grade, third one first grade, fourth one second grade, fifth one third grade municipalities. On the basis of annual income, of municipalities, the state government decide the grade of the respective municipalities. Third grade municipality annual income less than 1 crore rupees per annum. Okay, and special grade municipality annual income more than 4 crores of municipality. So from each municipality, the annual income is 1 crore difference from one municipality to another municipality. Okay, next one. Town is classified into some wards on the basis of population. Okay, village is classified into some wards on the basis of population. Same like that, town also classified into some wards on the basis of population. Okay, wards from 25 to 50 wards compulsory in each municipality. Okay, the representative of the people in municipality is known as councillor. Okay, the registered voters of ward elect one councillor. He is representative of the concerned ward people. Okay, so in village we call them ward members. In municipality we call them as councillors. In municipal corporation we call them as corporators. Okay, so here qualifications let we see. One is should be citizen of India. Second one is should be completed the minimum age of 21 years. Third one should not hold any profitable office. And one more qualification already I told at village panchayat and mandal parishad in our last videos. Not more than 2 children. Okay, the compulsory. Whoever having more than 2 children, so up to 1995, no problem. But after 1995, whoever having more than 2 children, they are not eligible to contest in local government election, either urban local governments or rural local governments. The cutoff year is 1995. Before 1995, okay, more than 2 children have parents also eligible to contest in election. But after 1995, okay, whoever having more than 2 children, they should not contest in local government election. Still it is going on in both Telugu states like Andhra Pradesh and Telangana state. Okay, these are qualifications of municipalities. Next, election method. State election commission conduct municipal elections for every 5 years. Except local government election, remaining all the elections are conducted by Election Commission of India. Okay, only the State Election Commission exclusively conduct local government election. State local body elections are conducted by Election Commission of respective state. Already I told you which article explain about State Election Commission. Article 243 clause A. Okay, according to 73 and 74 Constitutional Amendment Acts, the separate State Election Commission formed. That State Election Commission the main responsibility function is conduct local government election properly. Is it clear, ma? Are you following, all of you? Okay. Next, who participate in municipal elections means registered voters. Whoever completed 18 years age, whoever enrolled their names in voters list, okay, those voters participate in local government election, including municipalities. The State Election Commission conduct municipal election on the basis of political party symbol. Political party election symbol. Okay, only village panchayat elections are not conducting on the basis of a party election symbol, except village panchayat election. Remaining all the local government elections are conducted on the basis of party election symbol. Okay, next one. Councillors period is 5 years. Chairman and vice chairman period is 5 years. Altogether, the municipality term also, municipal council term also 5 years. Elections are 2 types. How many types? 2 types, ma. One is direct election. Second one is indirect election. Direct election, indirect election. Okay. Municipality councillors election is direct election because voters elect the councillors directly for the period of 5 years, so that we are calling that as a direct election. Okay. Chairman and vice chairman election of municipality is known as indirect election because councillors, elected members of municipal council or councillors, elect the chairman and vice chairman of a municipality among themselves for the period of 5 years. Okay? Voters elect the councillors for the period of 5 years. So that is called as direct election. Okay? Councillors elect the chairman and vice chairman among themselves for the period of 5 years. So it is indirect election. We are electing the councillors, councillors electing the chairman and vice chairman. So chairman election and vice chairman election is nowhere concerned with people, so that it is called as indirect election. Okay? Councillor election is direct election. Chairman and vice chairman election is indirect election. Is it clear, ma? Got it, all of you? Right. So next one. Who arranged the municipality meeting? Who preside the municipal council meeting? Okay. Commissioner is there. In each and every municipality, the administration head of the municipality is there. We call them as commissioner. Commissioner arrange the municipal meeting. Chairman presides over the municipal council meeting. Okay, meeting is arranged by commissioner, municipal commissioner. That meeting is presided by the chairman, municipal chairman. Okay. Chairman term is 5 years. The chairman is terminated by municipal council through the no confidence motion with simple majority. With simple majority. Whenever the chairman misused the powers, whenever chairman is corrupted, on such grounds, councillors introduce no confidence motion against the chairman after completion of 4 years. You remember this point. Okay? After completion of 4 years. After completion of 4 years, we should introduce no confidence motion against the chairman of municipality. We should not introduce no confidence motion against the chairman before 4 years. Okay? After completion of 4 years, we should introduce no confidence motion. His total period is 5 years. Okay? After completion of 4 years, we should introduce no confidence motion against him in council. So, chairman is elected by the councillors. Chairman is terminated by the councillors. Which method? No confidence motion. With how much majority? Simple majority. Simple majority means 1/2 majority. Okay. Special majority means 2/3 majority. You remember? Don't forget it. Simple majority means 1/2. Special majority means 2/3 majority. Okay? So with how much majority chairman is terminated? Simple majority. 1/2 majority. Okay? Right. Another one. Next one. Within 6 months, whenever chairman office is vacated due to expired, due to resigned, due to terminated, due to any reason, the municipal chairman office is vacated. The vacated office should be filled up within 6 months. Up to 6 months, up to new chairman come and occupy the office, the municipal council vice chairman act as chairman temporarily up to 6 months. Okay, chairman, vice chairman both are there. In the absence of chairman, the deputy chairman or vice chairman act as the chairman temporarily up to 6 months only, not more than 6 months. Up to 6 months, the municipal vice chairman act as chairman temporarily. You remember this point. Next one, chairman powers and functions. Number 1, he presides over municipal council meeting and conduct meeting smoothly and effectively. You are head of the municipality. You are first citizen of town. You enjoy real powers. Okay, you should have lot of patience. You should have the awareness about the conditions of people and financial position of municipality. Okay, so first function, you preside over municipal council meeting and conduct the meeting smoothly and effectively. Second function, you conduct election for vice chairman office. In each and every municipality, chairman and vice chairman both are there. Okay, but in the absence of a chairman, the deputy chairman or vice chairman compulsory. Therefore, chairman conduct the deputy chairman election. Who elect the chairman? Okay, councillors. Who elect the vice chairman of municipality? Councillors only. Okay, councillors elect the chairman and vice chairman among themselves for the period of 5 years. Third function, the chairman look after implementation of adopted resolution of municipal council in town. The municipal council may accept a number of resolutions for the all-round development of a town. They did their work. The part completed. But those resolutions, those adopted resolutions of a municipal council are implemented by the municipal commissioner. So chairman responsibility, he look after implementation of adopted resolutions of municipal council periodically. Okay, that is, you should watch each and every adopted resolution status. Next one, chairman has power check any record of a municipal council at any time. Different registers are there, different records are in municipal council. Okay, you are head of the, chairman is head of the municipality. You are first citizen of a municipality. Therefore, as per Municipal Act, chairman has power check any record of a municipality at any time. Another one, the chairman has to try to identify the public problems and try to solve them in time on the basis of financial condition of a municipality. In town, slum areas are there. In summer, in some areas of town, the people face drinking water problem. In rainy season, some areas of town will be affected by the floods. Okay, and drainage problems there. The municipal chairman has to identify the public problems and try to solve them in time on the basis of your financial condition of a municipality. Okay, and one more thing, the municipal chairman has power control and supervise on staff, because you are head of the municipality. The staff members are doing their work under the control of you. Therefore, you should control them, you should guide them, you should supervise them, you should advise them. So these are powers and functions of municipal chairman. Got it, ma? Now next one, municipal commissioner. Head of the municipal administration is known as municipal commissioner. Head of the municipality is chairman, but head of the municipal administration is municipal commissioner. Municipal commissioner is not a politician, is a state government officer, is a cadre, municipal commissioner cadre, either group 1 or group 2 cadre. Okay, municipal commissioner cadre, either group 1 or group 2. Just now I told you, in beginning I told you very clearly, on the basis of annual income of municipalities, classified them into 5 types. First 3 types municipalities, municipal commissioner should belongs to group 1 cadre. Selection grade municipality, special grade municipality, first grade municipality. these three types of municipalities having group 1 cadre municipal commissioner, and last two municipalities there. One is second grade municipality and another one is third grade municipalities. These two municipalities having group 2 cadre municipal commissioner. Okay, so on the basis of municipality cadre, municipal commissioner is there, either group 1 or group 2 cadre officer. Okay, not 100% group 1 cadre officer, not 100% group 2 cadre officer, the municipal commissioner. Either group 1 or group 2 cadre municipal commissioner is in each and every municipalities. Okay, is it clear, ba? Selection grade, special grade, first grade. These first three types of municipalities having group 1 cadre municipal commissioner is there. Last two municipalities there. One is second grade, next one is third grade municipalities. These two municipalities having group 2 cadre municipal commissioner. Okay, next one. Municipal commissioner is responsible to the state government. Municipal commissioner is responsible or accountable to state government regarding what? Administration. Okay, regarding administration. Okay, ma. Each and every municipal commissioner responsible to state government as well as municipal council regarding administration of a municipality. Whether the administration is good, that credibility goes to municipal commissioner. Suppose administration is not good, the worst administration is going on in so and so municipality, the respective municipal commissioner is responsible to state government and municipality regarding only administration. Regarding only administration. Okay? So 100% absolutely the municipal commissioner is responsible to state government as well as municipality regarding administration. You remember this one. Next one, municipal commissioner powers and functions. Municipal commissioner arrange municipality meeting after concerning chairman, because he is head of the municipality, he is head of the municipal council. Okay, under his control municipal commissioner and staff work properly, so that municipal commissioner arrange and decide municipal council meeting date and time after concerning chairman. You should not decide municipal council meeting date and time without concerning chairman. Okay, with concerning the chairman of municipality, commissioner decide the meeting date and time. And one more thing, municipal commissioner prepare the meeting agenda. Municipal council meeting, discuss about some points, discuss about some issues. We call that as agenda. Okay, one by one. So municipal commissioner only prepares meeting agenda after concerning chairman. After concerning chairman, you remember. And one more thing, Another one, municipal commissioner prepares annual budget of a municipality every year. Already in our last classes, I told you very clearly, village panchayat secretary prepares village panchayat budget. MPDO prepares Mandal Parishad annual budget. Chief Executive Officer prepares annual budget of Jilla Parishad. In same manner, Municipal Commissioner prepares annual budget of a municipality and introduce that budget in meeting. That is one more function of municipal commissioner. Another one, municipal commissioner strictly supervise and control about the staff regarding administration. You are head of the municipal administration. Under your control, some staff members there. You should observe, you should supervise, you should control them regarding only administration. Chairman control the staff, no doubt. But municipal commissioner exclusively supervise and control them regarding only administration. Because you are head of the municipal administration, so you should supervise them, how far they are discharging duties properly. Okay. You should take necessary disciplinary action against anyone staff who corrupted, who misused powers, etc. Okay. Next one, in the limits of town, municipality properties there, as well as municipal records also there, right ma'am? So municipal commissioner should preserve and protect all the records of municipality. Different records there, birth register, death register, okay, audit report, accounts reports, different records there. You should safeguard them, you should preserve them, you should protect them. That is your responsibility. Okay. And in the limits of a municipality, some properties there which are belongs to municipality, either buildings or open plots and areas. The municipal commissioner should protect the properties of municipalities, either movable properties or immobile properties. Okay. So these are powers and functions of municipality. Okay. And one more, municipality powers and functions. Municipality powers and functions. Municipality powers and functions are classified into two types. Okay. One is compulsory functions. Second one is optional functions. Okay. How many types of municipality functions? How many? Two types. What they are? First one, compulsory functions. Second one is optional function. Is it clear? How many types? Two. First one, compulsory. Second one, optional functions. Okay. So what are the compulsory functions of municipality. In that first one, maintain birth and death register properly. Okay? Frequently, periodically, regularly, maintain birth and death register. That is compulsory. If you maintain properly birth and death registers, automatically everybody knows what is the accurate population of a town. Every local government to maintain birth and death register. That is necessary to know population of state and the country. Okay. Now second one, you should arrange street lights properly and maintain them. Third one, you should construct new roads and repair them and maintain them properly. Okay, gradually population is increasing in each and every town. Migrations are going on. So, the municipality has to provide minimum facilities to all the area people of a town. In that process, the municipality provides good road facilities for the people. Next one, you should arrange the proper drainage system and maintain them. Nowadays, in each and every municipality, with the cooperation of government, they are constructing. Some of the municipalities already constructed underground drainage system. Some years back, open drainage system there, but governments or grants some crores rupees to the municipalities per year, releasing the funds to the municipalities. Therefore, instead of open drainage system, now almost all the municipalities constructed underground drainage system. Okay? And next one, you should arrange the proper graveyards for the cremation. Next one, street names compulsory. And one more, house numbers compulsory to identify address very easily. Without address, we cannot identify the perfect address unless we have an address. So that each and every municipality should decide street names along with house number. So these are compulsory functions of a municipality. At any circumstance, a municipality should discharge compulsory functions, whether you have funds or not. Now we come to second functions of a municipality. That name is optional function. Which one? Optional function. Optional function. The municipality may discharge optional functions for the sake of people or not, that is secondary thing. It is purely implementation of optional function purely depends upon financial condition of state. Financial condition of state. Okay. After fulfilling of compulsory functions of municipality, if you have funds, you may concentrate on implementation of optional functions. Okay? So it depends upon your financial condition, that's it. What are the best examples to optional functions? One is libraries. One is libraries. Second one is parks. Third one is swimming pools, etc. Parks, swimming pools, libraries, stadiums, etc. These are best examples to optional functions of municipalities. Okay? So one is compulsory function, second one is optional functions. Next point, financial sources of municipality. Which one ma? Financial sources. Whose financial sources? Municipality financial sources. So what are the financial sources of a municipality? Number one, first one, government grants. Number of times I am telling you, the main financial source of local government is government grants. Government grants. Okay. Government grants. Per year some crores rupees come to the municipality as grants from government side. Second one, taxes. Municipality impose a number of taxes on the people and collect them perfectly. Which taxes? House tax, water tax, house tax, water tax. Next one, advertisement tax. In the limits of municipality, the business people take some steps for the development of business wide range. In this process, the business people may fix some advertisement boards with the permission of a municipality. Okay, you see, in the limits of a municipality, number of advertisement holdings are there. Without permission of a municipality, no one fix advertisement holding in the limits of a municipality, in the limits of town. That is illegal. That is offense. As per Municipal Act, the municipal commissioner give permission to business people to fix advertisement holding in so and so area. So that business people should pay advertisement tax to the municipality. And every year you should renewal that advertisement license. Okay? Once we take permission from them, okay, we should not continue that advertisement holding in the limits of town. They given permission to you up to only 1 year. Every year you should renewal that advertisement permission. So you should pay tax to the government to renewal advertisement permission. That is one more financial source of municipality. Another one, number of shops are in town. In some towns, shopping malls also there. Okay? Every year, the shop owners, business people should renewal trading license. You are doing business in my city, in my town. Okay, the surrounding area people are coming to town and they purchase some articles. Per day some crores rupees business is going on in town. Some 100 shops are in the limits of town. So that the shop owner should take trading license from the municipality, and every year you should renew the trading license. For getting trading license beginning, pay tax to the government, and for renewal trading license also business people pay fees to the municipality. This is one more financial source of municipality. Not only this, from taxes, from markets there, vegetable markets, flower markets, agriculture markets there. Okay. From such markets, little bit amount came to municipality. And last one, contribution of the people. Some donors may come forward, some amount to the municipality for the development of a town. That is also one of the financial source of municipality. Okay? In India, the first municipality is Bhiminipatnam, Bhimili. Present this is in Andhra Pradesh, that is Visakhapatnam district. Okay, Bhimili. Okay, right. So this is municipality composition, powers and functions. Got it all of you? Understood? Okay, right.